Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in. Hi, my name is Magic Bun Bun and I am doing a tarot reading for, as you can probably guess from the title of this video already, October vibes. I'm literally recording this September 30th for October 1st, hopefully for it to be live on October 1st so you can catch your vibes and what you should be focusing in on or aligning with for this October. Okay, it's been a hot minute. I have been active on other socials. I have been active probably more behind the scenes for my YouTube channel here on a lot of unlisted videos. You can probably tell by the candle burnings, which you'll see in my shorts, in my YouTube shorts, you know? You'll see the candle burning videos, the time lapses of my magic circles that still are active every month, twice a month for every new moon and full moon. I actually just hosted a magic circle event for full moon in Aries literally last night. So I posted the results this morning. That's like the most recent one that has been going on. This is a pick a pile or pick a card, however you like to say it, because this has been such a hot minute of me doing videos like this for a long time, and I'm hoping to stay consistent and get back on it. And also, I know my lighting right now isn't the greatest. We're still working on that. This is the best I can do with what I have at the moment. I'm going to keep this reading semi-short. As short as I possibly can. I like to talk during my readings. However, I will try to keep this one as short as possible. Let me introduce you to your options. Now, of course, you can always pick by the numbers of 1, 2, or 3. Maybe you're attuned to a certain number. Maybe one of the numbers is your favorite. But this time, this is something new. I really was excited about bringing this up. I got these little pins. I've used pins before. These are new ones. I think they're very, very cute, and I should be able to remember, and hopefully I will remember, to put the link. This is not affiliate. There's nothing affiliate about this. These are just really cute pins, really cute artwork. I'll put in the description box. There we go. Words. Description box where I got the pins from. This first one, this is for pile number 1. Oh, and one other thing before we get into it, because I want it to be completely, like, transparent. There we go. Oh my gosh, words. This is going to go great. I absolutely know it. I know it's going to go great. I have 3 piles in front of me. I will be shuffling live with the tarot cards. However, each pile already has the oracle cards, just some simple oracle cards, something for you to surrender, something for self-care to work on for the month, and some positive words for the month, okay? This is so stinking cute. Like, you're gonna love them. I know you are. But those are the only things that were pre-selected before me pushing, the record button for this video. Like I said, keeping it very simple, very sweet. Okay, so for pile number 1, hopefully that music isn't too loud. It just got really loud on my end. Oh, because I had it at full volume. I love that. Anyways, for pile number 1, we have this cute little pin where it goes, I hope you can see it. That's going to suck if you can't. It says, "Everyone dies." And it's a DM with their little folder up front. I think it's a kitty cat, or it could be a bat. I don't know. I thought it was a bat at first, but now that I'm looking at it closer, it could be a little kitty cat, because they're evil laughter. Hold on, I gotta do the whole, there we go. The makeup influencer look, when you do this. So that's for, it's fine, it's lying in my lap. That's for pile number 1. Pile number 2, this is why I think their hair is the same. So that was definitely a kitty cat. This one is, I think, my favorite pin. Maybe. I actually love each of them. But this one says, "All hail Lucy Purr." This is for pile number 2. And again, camera's up there. I'll have to do this. Maybe doing this at night when the sun's setting wasn't the greatest. I can kind of see it like there. Don't mind my awkward hands. Alright, so that's pile number 2. Pile number 3, this is very cute as well. This is a little Cthulhu. We have "Caffeine Before Chaos." So maybe you're really into coffee. Very cute. Okay, and so that was for pile number 3. As always, you can pause here, take a few deep breaths, and go make your selection, and go to the description box below and click the numbers next to, say, pile 1, 2, or 3. There'll be letters, or not letters, numbers. They should be in blue. They should be highlighted in blue. And you click on them and it will fast forward you to your reading. So if you're pile number 1, it's going to happen right after this, so nothing to worry about there. But if you're pile number 3 and you don't want to wait through 1 and 2, just click on that and it'll take you to your reading, okay? And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. And I will see you in your reading in just a moment. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you're here, that means you selected the little evil laughter of the maniacal cat. I'm like, there's no real way to really show you, but you pick number 1. Okay, let's just go with that. You pick number 1. We'll get to the oracle cards after we do the tarot. Let me start doing the shuffling for your tarot, calling in your guides, finding out what this October holds for you. What is it that you need to know right now? Okay, let's see if any cards want to flip out. We do. Okay. First up we have is the Queen of Pentacles, wanting to focus on self-care, no longer neglecting yourself, no longer also stressing out about resources, wanting to work on material things or working with your body, taking primary focus on yourself. A little bit of Capricorn energy drizzled throughout that one because I associate Capricorn with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Wanting to get things started and initiated. But a challenging thing is where we have the Page of Wands. We got that fire energy coming in here, but we feel very childish this month of October. You don't know where to begin on your journey, okay? And this is coming from a decision where we have the Lover's card. We got the Lover's card. Again, I'm so sorry for my lighting, but we have the Lover's card in reverse, which brings us some Gemini energy. So right off the bat, we have Earth energy, we have fire energy, and we've got some air energy for this, actually, Libra and Scorpio season. What else? We just need a few more cards. Here we go. First up, or not first up, well, first up in this row. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. This Eight of Wands brings us movement, getting away from stagnant energy. When we find that direction, when we finally make that choice, because that Lover's card being there is making a choice and wanting to bring in the balance. It's also looking at mind, body, and soul, making sure that you're not weakening one to focus in on another. But that's going to be a decision based off of tough love. So this is discipline, this is willpower. This is making sure you stay, when we're thinking of Gemini as well, that air sign, that air energy, we're talking about you say what you say and you do what you say as well. Like, you know, you're going to bring action to the words for the affirmations you've been doing, and maybe affirmations is something you want to work with. And then we're going to start seeing movement for this month. So it's very much more like once we finally reach that direction, we're going to start taking off, and it's going to be very quick. Then we have the World card, though. We have the World card in reverse, which kind of tells me more about, like, we want it to be done and over with quickly. It's like something wanting to check off, but it's going to require more time and more lessons, because we also have the Page of Pentacles chilling here as the crowning card, and it tells me more of, like, this is a new opportunity that you can really get hands-on with. This is about research. This is about material gains. Remember that Pentacles, that Queen of Pentacles wants to work on the money. She really wants, you know, to get hands-on on a project. She's very much the balance between work and life balance, but maybe we're neglecting the spiritual side of things, that we're feeling very, very tired, very much so like You feel like you're going to be attacked for the decision that you're going to be making with this Nine of Wands in reverse. One thing to note here is that although it's slightly under the amount of cards I normally would pull for a full spread, because I want to keep these short and sweet since, you know, it's been a hot minute. I want to make sure I get all the valuable information into here. We don't have any cups. This isn't about emotions. This isn't about love. Not that there's no love to be had in October. It's more of it's not the star of the show for you for October, right? These vibes. But we do, I know we have the Lovers card, but this is more personal. This is about self-love. This is about where you're pointing your energy. This is also being more kind with yourself. With that Nine of Wands, like we have a 9, and like I said, we have the World card. It's like wanting something to be done and over with without giving it the proper time and patience. And this could also be patience with yourself as well, because it's something like you want to be a master at it. You want your skills to have years upon years put into this thought and this idea, or I should have had this routine in order for like a year or longer. I should have 5 years under my belt and such. And Spirit's like, it's not how it works. You're not going to get good in a month. You're not going to get good at this, and you're just going to run yourself to the ground. And things are going to start falling down around you. You're going to start getting cranky with people. You're going to feel very disconnected from the divine. You're not going to feel very protected or supported if you keep doing this, versus having expectations. When we see these pages being in here, pages can also represent the Fool in the major arcana, indicating this is more of like a beginning journey for you, starting something new and fresh in October. We are right now, currently as I'm recording this, right off the bat of that full moon in Aries, which was high energy, fire bringing energy, when we see like some of these fire cards being present into here. And we have the Keeper of Fire, which is the Page of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. And then, you know, Page, that earth and fire meeting up together, trying to work together, which can build something at the core very passionate and very sturdy. Okay. And we have the Keeper of Earth, which is your Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Okay. So for the month of October, pile number 1, set your expectations to realistic ones. More in the world. Oh yeah, we also have the 8 of Wands here too. We have 8, 9, and 6. Okay. Trying to see if we had any other duplicates or anything like that, or anything in order. Sometimes you gotta see things like in between the cards in that sense. For just the tarot portion for your reading right here, this is more along the lines of I want you to focus in on some self-care, giving yourself grace. And this is also like when you're working on yourself and you're trying to learn something, a new skill, to understand it's not going to go well the first few times, and that's okay. Don't give up on it. You know, don't also let pride get in the way. If you feel like you need to ask for guidance, you need to ask for help, you need someone to help balance the situation, because if you don't have balance in the situation, you're going to lead to burnout, because you're trying to get it done. You're like, I want this done, I want it completed, I want this phase of my life to be just boom. And it's like, you're gonna have to slow down a bit. Okay, it's not gonna be that quick, it's not gonna be that instant that we want it to be. So let's find out what you should be surrendering for this month of October. We have surrender to effortlessness. There you go. And it says on here, stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. That's pretty much like, and I do not look at these cards beforehand. I did not know this is what the card was going to say. I just pre-shuffle it, keep them face down in front of me. But I say that's pretty clear. For the month of October, you're going to also not trying to force things. You're going to go with it. And remember, when you're trying to build routines that are not meant to be one and done, like it's something that you're going to constantly incorporate into your life. If you miss a day or so, it's okay, whatever, you miss a day, pick it up on the next day, you know, like give yourself a break. Like if you do it faster, doesn't mean you're going to do it any better. Okay. All right, what's some self-care that you can be doing? We have chanting Here we go. You got chanting here. This is kind of aligned with that Gemini energy when we're talking about the Lover's card right there, wanting to chant words of affirmation, maybe meditation. I'm pretty sure there has to be chanting videos here on YouTube somewhere for instructions, you know, but if you want to take this as something else, this is looking in the mirror with yourself and saying words of love, giving yourself grace, talking very well to yourself, maybe even recording off your phone, just like having, like, recording this as a message for you to listen to later, okay? And thanking yourself for how far you've come so far, okay? All right, now here's the one that I'm super excited for. This is like a little word. This is like I guess you can say affirmations, but it's just a message, nice positive message for you for the month of October. We have this little otter. Oh wait, not an otter. Yes, an otter? Or is this a seal, baby seal? I don't know, it's really cute. It's really cute though. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Oh, that's so cute, and that is very perfect and fitting for this reading right here. Okay, so little steps is still progress. Don't think that because you miss a day or so, if you're working on a project, whether it is a creative project, a business idea, you're trying to incorporate some more healthier habits into your lifestyle, you're slowly trying to declutter your home, you're trying to, you know, make progress, you're trying to research something, learn a new skill. Small progress is still progress. Don't try to force it, okay? This is something that's going to be with you for a long time if you give it that time to grow properly, okay? All right, thank you so much for being here, pile number 1. I truly appreciate it, and I hope that was somewhat useful. I promise there'll be more cards in different videos. We're just getting started, okay? I will see you when I see you. I hope you have a wonderful time until I see you next. Bye. Hello, pile number 2 for those who picked the little demonic kitty cat, which is super cute. Guinness wants to say something. He always shows up in one of my videos barking in the background, regardless if you can hear it or not, though. Okay, so I'm putting our little pin to the side right here, right next to your oracle cards. Let me start the shuffle to find out what you need to know for this October. Again, I promise there'll be more cards and all that fun stuff, like how I used to do videos. We're just getting in the swing of things. I honestly didn't even know I was going to be doing a pick a pile until I was like, these pins are too cute. I need to use them right away. And I was like, a pick a card. We'll do it that way. Should be fun. Okay. All right, let's find out what wants out of this deck. Month of October. Okay. I have the first row, which we have the 10 of Swords. I know, it's not the most pleasant card to see in a deck, but we have it in reverse, which which means, excuse me, it's still like getting back in the habit of trying to do these videos. But with the 10 of Swords, it's a cycle coming to an end, and we've already gone through the most painful part. Now we've got some options. We've got some options to think about for October, because we have the 7 of Cups. Trying to do what's best with the information that you have and the history and the mental thought that you learned. This was a lesson that you had to learn, and it was a tough lesson, but you've learned it, okay? Choices have to be made, and we can't take it all. We can't do it all. We can't juggle it all. This is about starting back from I was gonna say square one, because I was thinking we have the 10 already, something coming to a cycle, coming to a close. It's close to it, probably, you know, closing throughout October, and then you'll be having a decision to make, which something that you can like handle, something that's practical, something that's reasonable that you want to really do, something that's not going to slip out of your hands the second that you pick it up. With this 2 of Pentacles, something that you're really familiar with, that you're like, okay, but we're going to start small, we're not going to rush into things, okay? We're going to weigh our options, all of the options that are present to you from this 7 of Cups. Sorry, I got distracted because guess who got another 10? You did. You got another 10, pile number 2. And we've got the 10 of Cups coming present into here. So maybe there was a domestic thing going on in your life, in your family life, with your close friend group, you know, in a partnership of some nature that has finally come to a close. Maybe it was painful. It was just, you know, on your mind consistently, and it's finally coming to a closure. Something that screams happy ending, even if like through the pain and hassle, sometimes you're just like, you gotta look at it as like, just thank goodness it's done with, it's over. We have a 3 of Cups, so we're having a lot of Cups come into here. This might be a very emotional month, having to reconnect with people. We have a lot of 2s. Well, we have not a lot of, we have a lot of 10s, to be completely honest. But we've got the 2 and the 3 being present right here, which, you know, our challenge is trying not to go above 3 things to focus in on. And also because it's kind of like, oh, we got another cup, because you have a 4 of Cups. So we've got a 2, a 3, and a 4. And your last card is an Ace of Wands, which actually is this a full, we've got 1 Pentacle, 4 Cups. 4 Cups. So this is definitely, you may have a lot of water placements in your chart particularly, but we have no major arcana, so this is going to be like a very smooth sailing month for you. Hopefully not a lot of drama, just a lot of choices to be made, right? And making sure that you don't feel like you're overwhelming yourself, you know? Like I said, it all starts with that one thing, with that one action. Also like looking into your own like passion, where your energy, where you're putting your energy out, because this might be an energy of you're trying to do everything at once, because that to you is what success looks like, versus being like, you know what, 7 options is a lot. Even 3 options is too much. We got to put some things on the back burner. We got to put some things to the side. We got to push things, you know, to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, taking care of our family, more importantly, like our home, our space. Like if you're in a home, you live with other people, making sure that your space is sacred, that your space is clean, you know, to your standards. It is, you know, something where you've done cleansing to it, even if it's just like planting like a bowl of salt in your, like on your altar or in your bedroom, you know, trying to absorb the negative energy in your space. And then we have the 4 of Cups being present. This is really meditative. This is very, and I'm so sorry if you can hear my neighbor's music in the background. I hope my music is covering it, but I just realized it got kind of louder. Back to this. I'm thinking meditation, because I was like, you probably want somewhere nice and quiet to like meditate and really think about this, because this is kind of like a little bit of a warning to make sure you ground yourself, ground those dreams, and like think about like just 2 things you would like to accomplish for this month. 2 things, just 2, which is interesting. Pile number 2 that we're seeing 2 come into here, because when we see this 4 of Cups, we already have 3 beautiful cups sitting in front of us. Nothing's wrong with them. There's nothing there. You might be kind of bored of them. You might be kind of bored, but instead of adding on another cup to the pile, to where we get to the 7 of Cups and you're like, oh, maybe one of these cups has gone bad. Maybe one of these cups, I need to spill it out and just, you know, wash that cup for later, and be like, I'm not going to focus in on that right now. That you got to make sure you don't overburden yourself, because we think about it. The 10 of Wands is not here. The 10 of Pentacles is not here. Now, 10 of Pentacles isn't necessarily anything to be concerned about, because it's more of like community, family, ancestors. We can kind of see why it's not present here. We have our 2 of Pentacles representing the Pentacle fam coming in here. And the 10 of Wands, though, is that like that cautious tale of, you know, you already have these other 2 10s to deal with. You already dealt with the 10 of Swords. We're just gonna, you know, make sure we put that 1 out there, that 1 wand out there. Be like, when you put your actions towards something, you want to go full force into it, but it's like also make sure you turn some of that energy back into yourself, and give yourself like that, like being reliable to yourself, able to keep your promises to yourself. Once you start accepting gifts from others and just adding it to your plate versus getting rid of something that's stale, that's old, that's boring, you know, it's like then you're feeling like you owe that to other people to keep it in front of you. And it's like, no, good friends just want to have conversations with you. Good friends just want to check in how you're doing. You know, we have those 3 of Cups there. Like, just make sure, like, that's it. Like, that is it. You know, you don't overindulge on something that else that grabs and takes your attention. Okay, to the best of your abilities. We all make mistakes. Sometimes you have to pile it all in front of you and then start weeding it and taking it away. Just remember to take things away, especially when we see a lot of these watery cups coming in here. Like, a lot of that emotion, a lot of that is going to start causing more and more stress down the line. Okay, let's get to your oracle cards. The first card is a surrender card, and no, I don't look at these before I do this video. I just flip them in front of me. I've kept them like this the entire time. Here's what you should surrender for the month of October. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. This could be related to that deep meditation that you need to do before you add more and bring in more. Like we said, we're talking about friend groups, right? We're talking about intimacy, and this could be intimacy like with you and a partner. This could also be intimacy between you, allowing yourself to love yourself for the things that you've done and the things you continue to do. Giving yourself like, hey, you know what? You went through a lot. You went through a lot with this, maybe through the month of September here, or just even more recently. You went through a lot with this 10 of Swords. Like, let's just take a break. Let's take a break. Maybe go and have like a little vacation, at least a little vacation, you know, you know, if you can, even if it's like, you know, just going to visit a town over, just something to kind of relax yourself, going to a park somewhere, you know, somewhere you have never been that's in your neighborhood or in, you know, nearby neighborhoods. Could be something as like a new restaurant to try out, a new drink you want to try, you know, something of that nature to give yourself a break. Okay, so what is a form of self-care that you can do for this month? Now, this, I mean, you could try to do this multiple times in the month, whatever this card is, or you can, you know, do it once, which is a sweet treat, depending on what you define for a sweet treat. We've got a lot of fruits in here. Maybe it's chocolate, and we're just talking about going to a new restaurant. Maybe their sweet treat could be going to a dessert focused restaurant, you know, or trying a new dessert out. Or if you want to bake something, maybe cooking or baking for you is a stress reliever, you know, and you want to give that a try a new recipe out. Okay, so try something sweet, and if you're not big on sweets, try just new food in general. Just try something new, or have something that is very nostalgic to you, something that brings that joy to you. Okay, maybe something that we're dealing with the home and we're seeing a lot of cups in here is something that you want to drink. Okay, and then we have this cute card right here, which is like a positive message. It's not exactly an affirmation. I think you could use them as an affirmation, but it's just like a positive note. So this is like your positive message for the month of October. Okay, you have this one right here. I know you feel anxious, but you forgot the part where you totally got this. Look how huge these cards are, but I don't, there you go. I know you feel anxious, but you forgot the part where you totally got this. Okay, so this could also be with tying into the fear of intimacy, maybe your fear of opening up to someone, of wanting to talk to others about your situation because you feel like you're adding on to their issues. But it's fine to have boundaries and be like, hey, are you open to discuss this? Can we have just a venting? Like, you don't have to say anything back. I just need a safe place just to vent, you know? That could be something as well. All right, I know this was a pretty short reading. I wanted to keep this kind of short for the first time for me coming back here after so many months not doing pick-a-piles or pick-a-cards or pick-a-pins, all that fun stuff. I promise there'll be more of these videos, hopefully with better lighting. I know this was not the greatest, but hopefully with better lighting and more cards, all that fun stuff, and more content overall, pile number 2. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful October. Hopefully it is scary but cozy, and I will see you when I see you next. Okay, thank you for sticking around for your reading. I appreciate it. I will see you later. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. I almost started this recording without my mic being on, but this is why I have a pretty glowing mic to tell me it was muted. Okay, not that you really need to know that, but I feel like we just had that connection. I could tell you something like that. For those who are picking pile number 3, that means you picked this really cute green Call of Cthulhu caffeine before chaos, which I totally agree with, by the way. You always need your caffeine before you can get into the chaos to make sure that chaos is extra spicy, extra good, extra on point. Okay, so let me start shuffling so we can get some tarot into this reading right here. And then I have, again, like what I said before, I have your oracle cards already picked out, but they've been face down. I don't even look at it on the other side. So I haven't seen what they are. I think I used to do them both ways beforehand. I would, sometimes I'd have them pre-shuffled and sometimes I would shuffle them live, but I felt like since I'm just getting back in the habit, we would save some time and my hands from shuffling all at once. I was able to take a little bit of breaks here and there. Okay. Let's find out what you need to know for October. Shoot. I forgot. We're gonna put this back on. This is live editing, so have fun with that. Things can only be so perfect, but that's new, so that's why the little guy right there, that's new. I usually don't have them in my videos anymore, but or at all beforehand. Usually it's only on my Twitch channel, but I decided to bring it here. But I had to take some pictures so for the thumbnail, so I had to take that off the screen. But I remembered. Okay, that's the more important thing. Okay, again, I felt like I could speak to you like this. Pile number 3. Let's find out what you need to know for October, though. That's what you're really here for. Okay, first 2 cards is we have the Hermit, some Virgo energy coming into here, and then we have the Star with some Aquarius energy coming into here. So we're in the mindset of wanting to get out more, maybe wanting to go and like see some stars. We're having some challenging, maybe finding the time or not finding, being able to see the stars. Maybe you're somewhere where it's like very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like light polluted, so it's hard to see the stars at night, but you really want to relax. This month is really about relaxing, going slow. Okay. We have the Star, but like maybe finding this is like a challenge, being able to connect with the divine, trying to have this nice kind of slow pace for the month of October. Maybe you're used to going very fast through things. You don't want it to be slow. You want it to be like adventurous. But the Knight of Pentacles, which I associate actually with Virgo energy, so we're seeing some double Virgos. Like there has to be a plan in place. You got to plan for success. You got to plan to have adventures, and you got to plan to make sure you have some downtime as well, because we have the 10 of Wands being present here. We're wrapping things up. We're wrapping things up for this October. Maybe something that happened in Virgo season as we get into more of Libra season, because we are currently in Libra season and almost like a week or so into it, I believe. I don't remember the dates exactly, but Virgo, Libra, Scorpio in that order. And then we have Strength. We've got some Leo energy coming into here, and so having patience is going to be an issue for you for this month. Having patience, thinking that it's more courageous to go head on into your problems, as we see with the Knight of Cups. Now this I relate to some Pisces energy, some dreamlike energy, wanting to have a romantic type of feeling, wanting to have like make your life more romantic or just like at ease. Like doesn't necessarily mean romance. It's an aesthetic type of point of view as well. Now granted, you could be wanting some romance, Strength with being with Leo is the heart and whatnot, but wanting to just be more loving loving, more kind, more generous with your time, but maybe having a hard time being able to direct that light and energy towards others. Could be feeling because like a lot of people wanted stuff from you. A lot of people want your light. They want your guidance. They're pulling at your shirt trying to get your attention, and you're like, okay, I need some me time. I need to do something for me, and I want it to be an adventure, but I want it to be a nice, sweet adventure, something that isn't super chaotic but is more at ease. And then we have the Three of Pentacles being here. Now, in terms of court cards, it could be you, and with the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, that personally I associate with Virgo energy, but it could also mean Taurus or Capricorn. And then we have the Knight of Cups, personally, again, Pisces energy. From like how I study things, Pisces energy into here, but could also mean Cancer and Scorpio energies as well. Okay, could be what is coming into here. So Earth and water meeting into your sign, the three of you working on a good project, being inviting, very studious. And also with the Hermit, that Hermit energy being present, it's like finding a mentor, someone who can like help you perfect something that you want to work on. And we don't want to get crazy into the like the perfectionism of everything. Like we don't want to strive for like we give up on something because it's not being done correctly the first time or the second time. The Knight of Pentacles is like, this is a process that's going to take a while. You're building something extraordinary, something that has so much potential in the month of October. Like, don't lose hope, have patience. This is going to be your biggest thing with this major arcana cards. This is just like an overarching phase throughout October. There's not a lot of like details in the days. It's holding the bigger picture at hand. This is something which is interesting because in astrology these two are sister signs to each other, and I know that because I'm a Leo, you know, so Leo, my sun sign is a Leo, and so my sister sign would be an Aquarius sign. It's more of like making sure to take care of yourself while along you're trying to also take care of others, which could be very stressful. It can be more of like, it's hard to keep that balance, which is why we feel that overburden. But this is why we're going to start delegating things. We're also going to put boundaries up. We're not going to allow people to try to sway our opinions on a matter either, or take our attention. Now, like I said, this could be a little bit of a slow progress because this is the most hard working card in the tarot. The Knight of Pentacles is dedication, discipline, willpower, and is more than happy to take their time going through the process. As you can tell, their horse is not in movement. It's a slow and steady progress. It's grounding energy. Okay, we're grounding something. It's not something that is sturdy just yet, but it's going to be, because that's a lot to push on just the month of October. Okay, this is about going in and getting the details sorted as well. This is a planning process to start taking action. And then, like I said, that romantic feeling, that love, that this is like self-love towards yourself, because I know romance is sometimes not on the top of your mind, of a lot of people's minds out there. But this could be just more of like setting an aesthetic of romance for yourself, like loving yourself, doing stuff nice for yourself, doing something nice for you, nice for those that you care about. It again doesn't have to be romantic. It could be for family, it could be for close friends, something that kind of is dreamy. It's about trying to ground also those dreams into reality. And the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are like, we can work together on this, we can do this, we can see eye to eye and build something here, but it's going to we're going to need patience. We're going to need to take our time here. Okay, don't lose hope. We have to keep looking also at the bigger picture here, but we're going to take things day by day, so do not fret. Okay, let us bring in some oracle cards. Let's find out what you should be surrendering for the month of October. We have someone who else is on a horse, and it is, if you can see it, I do this a lot because for some reason the lighting likes my face or something, which, you know, whatever. We have surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat this affirmation: I have faith that all is well. This is a great sign for that Three of Pentacles, because if you feel like it's not actually dealing with other people in your life, you don't know anyone with those placements, this could be also a reflection of mind, body, and soul. When we see that 3, it's taking care of those 3 things in your life: mind, body, and soul. And actually, we don't have, make sure that I didn't flip a card over. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. We don't have any swords in here, which is a reflection of the mind. We don't have any swords in here, so this could be making sure that you're taking care of your mental health. This could be taking care of the mental realm of where your thoughts go, you know. So when we see like surrender your fear of change, this may be wanting to put more affirmations into the process of like your daily routines. This could also be wanting to explore more of a spiritual side of things, something that you're learning, because we do, when this card was made here, like it's traditionally like a church that they're in there, but this doesn't necessarily mean a church. It could just be a spiritual practice. Maybe you need to go somewhere where it feels more spiritual to you, or to build an altar of some sort, you know. And this could also be like, some people view going into nature as their church. Like this could be just you wanting to have that time. Maybe you want to go with friends, or maybe that's how you connect more to the divine, to spirit, is being but like around earth. Like don't go in, I was thinking like your feet in the ground. I know for some people, like, you know, that grounding technique of standing on grass could be really useful, but depending on the weather, it could be good or a bad thing to do. Okay. Next up is self-care, some sort of self-care that you can focus in for this month, or give you inspiration for something for you to do. We have journal, if you can see that. We have journal, so maybe you need to keep a journal, maybe a dream journal, if that. Needing to write out that plan, needing to journal it out. Maybe you just need to do daily writings that can help ground you, that can help also manifest like your fears onto writing. So you can write out your fears, like what are you thinking about yourself, and then how can you twist that around into something that is not too, I don't like just to say like, you know, get rid of those thoughts and just make it something, like take something negative and make it positive. That sometimes doesn't work. You have to understand where the negativity is coming from. What problem is it coming from? How can you solve that problem? Is it something that you can do on your own, or do you need to seek help from someone who is a professional who can help you with that sort of stuff if it's ongoing? But it's kind of like keeping a record. It's more about that. Like you're keeping track of how frequently it comes up, so that you can go back and read it and like, oh, this month I did this and that, I thought this and that, and I couldn't change that, so maybe I need help with that sort of thought process. When I look at my job, I feel this way. When I think of my spiritual self, I think this way. You know, it's kind of just like a check-in journal with that. Sometimes it's just meaningless writing. You just want to write about your day in this journal. So it's like, go through and just like, don't have any rules set for this journal. This is just between you and this journal, just to get things out. Maybe you need to, this is a way for you to vocalize it. Like you don't want to say it out loud, but pen to paper or pencil to paper, you can do that. You want to sit on your computer and type it all out? Type it all out. You want to talk into your phone and have text, voice to text? Do it that way if you need to. Any way for you to get this out of your system, and so that you can analyze it when you're feeling ready to analyze it, okay? And then this last part is this Therapets are really cute. I don't like, you can kind of use them for affirmations, but this is more of like a positive message for the month of October, okay? So you have this pretty pink card, and it says, just because you feel like trash doesn't mean you are trash, okay? Just because you feel like trash doesn't mean you are trash, okay? These are those thoughts that we were talking about. This is that fear that perhaps that you need to get more accustomed to, like not like to keep with it, but like more of like you're accustomed to, you realize you've become accustomed to, is what I'm trying to say. You realize this is something that's been going on. You're like, oh, that's not healthy. I should probably take care of that. Remember, this affirmation that you get for this one is, I have faith that all is well. Maybe you need to tell that to yourself once in a while throughout the month of October, okay? Especially when you may be feeling very like harsh on yourself, all right? Okay. Thank you so much for being for this reading. I know it was quite short, but again, oh shoot. just jumping back into this. I promise other readings will have more cards, more options, and hopefully better lighting. We're working with what we got right now. So thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful October. If I don't see you at all, you know, don't hear from you from the comments. Wink wink, hint hint. If you want to, you know, drop a comment, totally appreciate it. Otherwise, I will see you when I see you, and I hope you have a wonderful time. That's it. That's all I got for you.